You know, people think that Reese's is the best, and it is, but it's a gamble. Look, first of all, you could get it where the peanut butter's dry inside. Secondly, you could get the chocolate melted, or both, which is the worst. So it's got to be fresh. It's got to be like a hard shelled layer on the outside, and the peanut butter has to be creamy and smooth. So it has to be fresh. And you know, you can't get it from Loaf and Jug or Come and Go, one of these gas stations. It's never good. You really have to get from like a grocery store, like a King Soopers, maybe 7-Eleven. Otherwise, you're going to be out of luck. Only about 10% of Reese's are really any good. Now my interview with Conor and Brian. We went to college together in Durango, Fort Lewis. It was about 4,000 students at the time. It was 1998. I left in 2000, and just some crazy times in those dorms. Our resident director or something like that, residence RA, he was the RA, was fired like the last week of school for doing cocaine in the bathroom. Anyway, we were all in the dorms together. We've kept in touch over the years. Conor and I have, and Conor's kept in touch with Brian. And I hope you enjoy this interview. Conor, how you doing?
Pretty good, Jay. What's going on, man?
Thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate this.
Yeah. Let me get you on speakerphone here.
Okay. Is that Brian Larson over there?
What's up, man?
How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Well, I wanted to... What's that?
What's that?
I wanted to ask you guys, you remember Yazzie?
Yeah, we were just talking about a couple of people from Fort Lewis, actually, yeah.
Yazzie was a...
Have you talked to the guy, or...?
I haven't talked to him in a long time. He was a Navajo Indian, and I believe, Conor, you were his roommate, right? Do you remember that?
Correct. Yeah, he was Conor's roommate, yeah. What was the name of your roommate? Philippe? Right?
Mine was Avery Pierre. And I saw Avery and had to publicly apologize to him.
Avery Pierre, I remember that. I thought it was Philippe, but it was Pierre, yeah. Okay.
I had to publicly apologize to him, and we didn't get along, and we hugged it out probably a year, 2 years ago. You're welcome.
Nice. You get his as well, you know. No, I remember you giving him kind of a lot of shit sometimes, and, you know, but he was, whatever, he was into his own thing too much, you know, where he needed a little bit of shit. But he was golf, right? He was into his golfing, and I remember that, but...
Well, he couldn't hold it. Back to Yazzie. Yazzie couldn't hold his alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
He would have 2 drinks, and he would just be trying to fight me, throwing bottles.
Yeah.
We became friends later, but early on, like if you weren't friends with him early on in the relationship, you know, don't be anywhere near him because you're immediately on his bad side. But he ended up being a great guy. We used to go to Solids together. I don't know if you remember Solids.
Yeah, but he could be a little rough. He could be a little bumpy, but yeah.
Has Durango changed at all?
What's that?
Has Durango changed at all? I mean, we're here in Denver. We're seeing a huge population increase. Has it been that way over there?
Yeah, Durango's still growing for sure. I actually, I was in Durango up until 2 months ago. I lived in Durango for 14 years. And yeah, I went through a big change from when we went to college and when I left a few months ago, yeah. Yeah, it's just growing, just like any place in Colorado. I think Colorado in general is still blowing up, a little bit.
I like working in hotels, Brian.
I know, man. Trust me, I did some, I cooked in Durango. I did a bunch of, half-ass jobs in Durango to get by, but... Yeah, it's all good, whatever.
Sometimes I drive the shuttle, and the other day I drove somebody to a marijuana dispensary. Then I drove someone to a local hospital for an STD, and that was the same guy. And he said to the nurse, "Is this a bad time to ask you out?" And she said, "It depends on what the results are." True story.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Well, Connor, I heard that you bought a farm.
Yeah, we bought a piece of property that should be a farm. It's just some land that has some that's been used for a horse in the past, but it's on the river. It has water rights, it has irrigation, and it's really just kind of up to us to start making it into something.
They used to grow a lot of cherries around here. It's kind of big oyster country. It's like cherries.
Seems like an amazing area. We need to do part 2 sometime soon, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, later, man.
Bye.